I don't know that I'm going to be able to stream today. I very well may only be able to come on after my internet gets fixed, because my internet has been out. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Hey, Tina. How's it going? You guys comment, please, for me and let me know that you can hear me and that I'm on, because it's showing my internet is not connected, and I want to make sure that you guys are able to hear and see me. So if you guys could help me with that and let me know, that would be incredibly helpful. I've been having trouble with my internet, and they're sending me a new router, but currently it is hit or miss. And so I don't know. Okay, I'm cutting in and out, Tina. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to give it a try for maybe a couple minutes, and then if it just doesn't work, then we'll just have to wait till my internet gets back on. We had a really bad storm last night, and it messed up our internet and messed up our router. We had a huge lightning strike that was right near us, and it like fried a bunch of electrical stuff in our house. So it was really bad. So I just thought I would come on and try to use the internet that is connected with my phone, but I don't know that it's going to work because we are really struggling here to get connection. So you guys can let me know. Hey, Carrie, how's it going? Carrie, can you tell me, am I cutting out for you really bad? I'm just curious because I don't think I'm going to be able to stream today. I think I'm going to have to just wait until my new internet gets connected. Which sucks. That's better, Tina. All right. Well, see, I just don't know how it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to go in and out, or if it's going to work or not. I'm showing no connection at all on my phone. It usually gives me a red light when it indicates that I'm offline. So it's showing red. So I can't tell if you guys are able to see me or not. It's super frustrating. So I'll talk for a little while and you guys can tell me what you think. If y'all would rather just wait until my internet's better to do our tutorial. I did do, we've done all of these for our fruit series. Angel, hey Angel. Okay, well my hands are what's there, so that's good. Oh, let's see, where's my other fruits? I can see and hear when you cut out. It's just a brief second. Okay, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I need to do about it. We can try it and see what happens. You guys can let me know. If it's just too annoying, we just won't do it. But these are the ones we've done so far. Hey, Angel, how's it going? All right, so the plan was to do the peach today. So, I did get an inspiration photo done for the peach, if I can get it to pull up. Hang on 1 second and I will see. Again, my internet is acting terrible. I called and talked to Starlink today, and they're supposed to be sending me a new router because they say my router's out and not getting power, which would make sense because we had a horrible storm last night and we had this huge lightning strike right behind our house. It shook the entire house. Everything kind of blinked power-wise. It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. It scared me to death. And then kind of our internet just went kaput. So I don't know if it fried our system or what, but it's not getting any power at all. And Starlink is bad enough. But when you live out in the boondocks like I do, out in the sticks, then you have to have satellite internet, which is what we use. And you don't get very good cell signal. So doing a hotspot messes things up too, which is what I'm on right now as my hotspot. So I'm going to do my very, very best. If it's in and out, y'all can let me know and we'll just call it, and I'll do it another time, because I know y'all don't want to miss the last one of the series. So I don't want to do the last one and it be something you can't follow. And certainly I don't want it to be something I can't upload for you to get the replay on. So if it's that bad, then we just won't do it today. But for now, I am going to show you guys. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. Let me get to the picture. Hang on. It's just moving slow, so sorry. I'm trying to get to the one that it created for me today or earlier. Y'all wanted to do a peach with this one. So I thought it would be fun to finish up with the peach. Hi, Lorianne. Hi, Judy. Hey, Sonia. Welcome in. We're going to be working on the peach today. Let's see. I'm going to download it. All right. So this is the peach. Maybe if I can. All right. So this is the peach. This is the last one in this series that we're going to do. How do you guys feel about starting that today? Or should we wait and do it another day since the internet is acting weird? I feel like I just don't know. I just don't want y'all to miss out on the last one of this whole series because my internet is bad. And if it's bad on here, it'll be bad on the recording, which means when I upload it to my Tube of View, you guys still won't be able to do the replay because it'll be splotchy. So I think what I might do is do something different today and just have some fun today. And then we'll do the last one in this fruit series once my connection is better. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want you guys to miss this one, because this is the one that y'all requested, was the peach. All right. I didn't share this out to anybody. I guess I should do that. Paint With Me can know that I'm on, although I don't know that it matters because it's not like y'all are getting much of what I'm doing with my service being the way that it is. But we'll share it just so they know, and then we can make some decisions. So give me just a second to get this shared out to everybody, so that they will know that I'm on. Okay. All right, let's see what happened. Hey, Jamie. I was just saying I'm really struggling internet-wise today. My router went out. We had a lightning strike right behind our house last night, and it blew out a bunch of our electronics. And so I don't know that today is the best day to do the last one in the fruit series, because if it's cutting in and out, that means the replay will also cut in and out. So you can't get it on live, and you wouldn't be able to get it on the replay. So I don't know. Hey, Mom. Good morning. Are y'all getting a decent connection? I'm just I'm trying to make the decision as to whether I want to just do something random today and finish the peach, the last one in this series, whenever my internet's working better. They're sending me a new router. So, because evidently our router got like messed up. So, am I going in and out for y'all? Or am I coming through decent? Can you just say good or bad so I know? That way it helps me to kind of know what the signal's looking like. Because I'm on my cell phone signal, but it doesn't always do well out here in the sticks where we live. So I don't want to just assume that it's working right, because according to my connection right here that it gives me, it's telling me I'm not connected at all. Thank you. Carry on shopping. In and out. Okay. Kristen says good so far. Mom says in and out. Jamie says not really, a little, but it's same as normal. Okay. Well, maybe I should try it. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do, we'll start out. We'll do something simple first, just for fun, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull out one of my ACO sizes. This one's got a spot on it, but I'm going to be using a dark background on this anyway, so I don't think it matters. We're just going to do something simple and easy because I have the peach. This was the plan today. Cute. But if it's the same, I mean, I guess we could do the peach. Okay. Let's try it. All right. So we've done the orange. We have done the cherries. We have done the strawberry. We have done the pineapple. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jamie. We have done the watermelon. And we have done the blueberry. So the last one in this series is to do the peach. I'm going to get my wood out here so that we can tape it down. I'm going to get me a piece of paper that doesn't have a spot on it. This one will work. And we are going to tape that down so that we can get our borders done. So go ahead and grab you some washi tape or some painter's tape or some art tape, whatever you want to do as far as your border goes. And let's tape this down. And you guys just continue to give me feedback, please, so that I know I'm still connected. Because like I said, my connection is telling me I'm not connected at all. So I'm going to need feedback from you guys throughout the live to let me know for sure that you guys are getting the signal. Perfect. Okay, Jamie, thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. Just periodically, every 5-10 minutes or so, somebody make a comment so I kind of know for sure that things are all good. And the really bad part is I've got this huge wedding package that I'm working on, and my laser runs off of Wi-Fi, but it only runs off of like my internet setup. It can't run off my hotspot. And I've got this wedding package that has to get going, and I don't have the ability to run my laser right now, which is bad. But hopefully that router will come soon and I will not have to worry about it. All right, we've got our border on. Okay. Now, if let me get this up on the screen for you guys so that you can have access to the inspiration photo. But also I'll give you a chance to take a screenshot as well so that you can have it to look at as we're drawing. So give me just a second. I'm going to get that on display for you guys. Mamika, welcome in. Sunshine and Stars, welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Minori, welcome in. Cindy, Connie, welcome in. I'm glad you guys are here today. We're going to be doing the, sorry guys, let me move this up just a tad. We're going to be doing the peach today. So if you are doing this fruit series with us, then grab your paints, grab your brushes, your paper, all the things, and join us for this tutorial. It is going to be super cute. Thank you, Kristen, for those gifts. I appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right, hang on. Let me grab my pencil so that we can get moving on this. All right, I'm going to be using the Nick Pro pencil set. I'm going to use the 0.5, but use whatever pencil you're comfortable with. The Nick Pro set is, it comes with 3 different pencil, or actually it comes with 4 different sizes. The 0.5, it comes with the 0.7, the 0.9, and then 3 of the 2.0s. You also get your erasers and you get your larger erasers. You get a traveling case. I just want to show it to you guys so you can see it. And you get all of your extra replacement leads. It's a comfort grip too. It's got that extra little like softness right here for this comfort grip, which is nice. And, you know, you get, like I said, all of the different lead refills and hardnesses and all of that, which I like because these leads, they last a long time, but they do break easy if you're pushing too hard. So you have to be careful. But I will tell you that if you're looking for consistency, then these are great. Also, the metal on this one is much lighter. The one that I had before, the metal was a little heavier. Not super heavy, but it was a little heavier than this. And I really like the weight of this one. So, hey, Talia, how's it going? Hopefully, we're going to try to make it through today. I'm having to run on the internet on my phone and not my satellite because we lost our power source last night when some lightning struck behind the house. Y'all, it was the loudest lightning. I mean, it was the loudest noise I've ever heard in my life. It sounded like something in my backyard exploded. It scared me to death. But evidently, it caused a little bit of a surge in power and our internet router got fried. So we are having to run on my phone internet today. So forgive me if the signal is not great, but we're going to do it anyway. All right. Yeah, we needed it, but it was definitely, it was definitely bad. It rained. I thought we're just going to float away. It was raining hard for hours straight. It was a really big thunderstorm. All right, so we're doing the, we're going to do the peach today. So I don't know if that's going to go up on the screen or not. I put it up there, but it doesn't show that it's going up. So I have no idea why. So, but here it is. I'll show you guys the picture so you guys can take a screenshot of what we're doing. It is the peach. This is the last one in the fruit series that we are going to be doing. And, oh my gosh, I bet that scared you, Tolly. I'm so glad you're okay. Here is the peach. And that is what we're going to do today. Now, this is going to be really tricky because that little center area right here that has the little hump, that we're going to have to do that with shading and highlighting. So we're going to really be practicing our shading and highlighting today, which will be interesting. So we're going to do some wet on wet with this, guys. All right. So everybody go ahead and take your screenshot if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are going to get started. We're going to be using the NIC Pro pencil set, our Meeden paints. We will be doing our normal, all of our normal supplies that we normally use, our Meeden brushes, our golden maple detail brushes, all the things. And all of those are in the shopping bag down below. So if you have any questions or you want me to pull any of those up and talk about them, let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to get to tutorial and we're going to just get to paint in right away. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and start drawing our peach. Messed up the car. Going to have to take it and be fixed. Yes. The cars can be fixed. People cannot. So I'm so glad that you're okay. I'm glad that it didn't cause any major harm to anyone. It's so scary, though. It happens, though. I mean, especially in rain like we had yesterday. Gosh, it was bad. You're further up than we are by far, so I don't know what happened up y'all's direction, but here it was a really bad storm. Okay. Let's go ahead and start drawing. Now, remember, it's a peach. So it's not going to be perfectly round, but we do want to make it semi-round. And we're going to go all the way. And right here at the base, we're going to kind of come in where it connects. And it's going to kind of connect right there as well. Looks like a little booty. All right, and we're going to bring it, this is where our highlight area is going to be. I'm just going to put some dashed lines there so I kind of know when I'm coloring what it needs. And then we're going to go all the way around here with the top of our peach. This is where the flower will be, but we'll do that with gel pens, so there's no need to worry about that. We'll layer it over the top of it. We had heavy rains, but we would have taken it for a week. We have not. Oh, yeah. See, we've had a lot of rain recently. So, I mean, we always need rain because in the summer it's going to be dry as a bone. But we definitely, it was definitely a big thunderstorm last night for sure. All right. Let's go ahead now and... You know what? I'm going to just finish this out just for now. We'll erase what we don't need to get that stem correct, okay? Because we want the stem to come right here. It's going to kind of come in this area right here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull that stem up. Kind of widens out at the top and give it that round tip. And then we'll be able to do the leaf part, okay? So now what we can do is we can do that leaf the same way we usually do. We do the little S. I'm going to bring it off the stem just a tad. We're going to do the S part like this. and then up like a parenthesis. And that's our leaf. Now I'm going to go in and erase the middle of this leaf. Now that we have the spacing correct. And know that that's the part of the peach that it's covering up. And we're going to connect it to the stem. Like that. Okay. All right, so there is our basic design. We'll worry about the eyes and the face and all of that later. I'm going to bring this out a little bit wider. I want it to be fatter. So I'm going to make this a little wider here. And you just play around with it until you get the shape that you want. I need this to be flat. All right. Okay. Who's ready for color? Y'all let me know. Give me some comments. Let me know, yes, you are ready to go. And we will start putting color onto our stuff. Well, I got to get my water over here. I'm totally not prepared today. I really was not sure I was going to be able to come on. It took me a while to get connected, so. All right, let me get my water on here. I currently don't have any of my paintings listed for sale because I have been so busy with other things. I haven't had a chance to do any listings. But I have a ton of them ready to be listed. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. So, all right, let me get my paper towel ready. And we will also clean this right here. This water bowl is kind of yucky. I scrubbed it really good the other day to get it clean. Okay. All right, we ready to go? Y'all give me a yes in the comments, please. Yes, we don't want any of that happening, Talia. I know there was a bunch. I remember that when that happened and went on. It was bad. All right. I need to know if we're ready to move on to putting color on. Somebody needs to let me know. Yes? No, maybe? All right, well, I'm not getting any objections, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward. All right, we're going to do, we're going to take our Meeden brush, and we are going to start putting the base color down on our peach. Now, I'm going to use, let me see what colors I want to use. I think I'm going to use the pinks and yellows from this section of the palette right here. So we have the Tangelo, we have this orange and pink color. These colors right here, I think, are going to be the best. Now, we may use a little bit of this light yellow color right here for the center part. But let's go ahead. The first thing we're going to do is just put a clear coat of water because we need, you know what? You know what? Hang on. Where's my paper towel? Where'd it go? I don't know what I did with it. Dang it. I swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to my body. Okay. Start over. I'm going to get rid of the center part right here. And I want to use a kneaded eraser and lighten up those lines. And then we'll do a background before we do the rest. Okay. So. All right, so we've lightened up our drawing. Let's go ahead and put our background on. So get a larger brush and do your background on there. So I'm going to give it this blue. And I'm going to go in and take that blue out of the peach. But I'm going to leave that splotchiness in for the rest of the sky because I want it to be splotchy like that. Okay, so we're going to dry that up. And don't worry about it being inside the peach too much because, you know, it's really light, so it's not really going to show once we get that orange in there. We just need it to be nice and dry, okay? Then we're going to put some wet water in the center of our peach, and we're going to work our way out from there. All right, we're going to start in the center because we need to do the highlight first. All right, so let me move y'all kind of to the side here so y'all can see a little bit better. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we get water in the middle of our peach. Remember that the pigment follows the water, so you want your water to only be where you want color. So don't, that way it won't, you know, spread to other parts of the peach that you don't want to have water. So just keep that in mind. So you want it to be wet, but not sopping wet. So glistening. Doesn't have to be drenched. Just glistening is good. Okay. And let's go ahead and take our light yellow to start and just kind of put that in the center right here. We don't want a ton. So if it's too light, too dark, go ahead and add water and lighten it up just a little bit. And then on the outsides, we're going to go in with that orange color just around the edges, just like that. piece of fuzz there. Hang on, guys. Got some fuzz in my peach. I got some peach fuzz in my peach. All right, once you've done that, rinse your brush and go in with the pink and add some of that pink in right here in this left side. And we're going to go right across here with that pink. Don't worry about what it looks like right now. Okay, just get the color in there. Right across the bottom here. I'm going to switch to my #1 brush and pick up some of this color. Because that kind of got overpowered there. Now my ground will cover that up, so I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I did want to kind of at least clean it up some. All right, so we have this. And now we're just going to take a clear brush and kind of blend all of this out. Remember to go lighter, and then we can darken it up at some point. Okay. I'm going to clean up. See how this is draining out? It's because that's wet. And remember I said pigment is going to follow wherever the water goes. That's what this is doing. So I'm just going to keep picking it up. I'm going to dry it. Good. Okay. And we'll put ground there, so it's not going to matter. All right, so blend this out as much as you can, as much as you feel like needs to be blended. And then add colors back in to darken it up. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in with this pink again, and I'm going to darken up a little bit of this pink on this side. I'm going to smooth that into the orange. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Go right here. And just kind of smooth that out. So we have that pinkish orange look. That's the color we're kind of going for, is that kind of pink and orange blended together. Right down here at the base, we want to make sure it's a little bit darker. I had dried that to clear up that bleeding, so I'm going to have to put a lot of water in here to get it to blend now. That's okay, because we want it to kind of be dark around the edges there. Okay, so just keep adding color and blending it until you kind of get it where you want it to be. And adding in those shadows. So I want it to be a little bit darker up underneath here where that leaf will be kind of giving it a shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there and blend that out. And right along this edge, add a little bit more orange in there now. So it's kind of like all three of these colors just need to kind of blend together, but you want to keep that center very light because that's where that highlight needs to be, in the very center of the peach. Okay, so go ahead and just keep blending them out until you get it shadowed the way you want it. I'm going to have another little shadow right here because there's going to be a flower here, and you want that right up underneath where that flower is going to be. You want it to be darker. Okay, so blend that out. Okay, let's go ahead and dry that and see what it looks like. I think it's going to be fine. Good. Okay, now we're going to have this little section that's going to come right through here. It's going to be a little bit more defined. So I'm going to pull my golden maple detail brush out, and we are going to use that to create that look. Okay, now the idea is to make it lighter, not darker. So we're going to go ahead and add in the line that we want in clear water. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the white. And we're just going to add that through here. Now it's going to be very subtle, and you're not going to be able to see much of it, but that's okay because we're going to just use that as our guide for our white highlight pen in just a little while when we start doing that highlight. Okay, so we're just going to kind of let that be a little bit of a guide for us. And it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Because it's going to be very, very subtle. Now, along that line right here, we want to add some of this darker pink. Just kind of right along here. Just right there at the base. Take that and then kind of just blend that out. And have it kind of fade up. Okay, so now we see that blend going up and shadowing that highlighted area right here. Okay, and you guys see that? Sort of how that starts to make that little indentation. And just continue to add in shadowing and blending the whole time until it gets how you want it to be. Just remember, clear water always lightens everything up, so you don't have to panic if you get too much color in there. You can lighten it up by adding clear water to it and just kind of blending it out. And I'm just going to keep going in with that till I get it how I want it. Okay. We can even add a little bit of the orange in with it right here. Kind of darken that up a little bit. Very subtle additions of color until you get it looking the way that you want. Okay, I need some feedback from people. How's it going? Are we making progress on this? What's going on? Michelle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mom, for sharing the live. Just double checking that I didn't miss any comments. Sorry, guys. Make sure. All right, perfect. Okay, so this is where we're at. So everybody give me a ready in the comments if you're ready to move on to the next step. We'll move on to the leaves. Now, we'll go back in here and add more detail and all of that kind of stuff in a little while when we get ready, once we get the eyes and stuff on. But let's go ahead and get the leaf done next. So you guys go ahead and give me a yes or ready in the comments. So I know that it's time to move on and that you're not still working on your peach, which I'm going to take this large brush and kind of blend all this. Got some harsh lines that I don't like. So I'm going to just take clear water and just kind of go like this all over it to cover up those harsh water lines. And then I'm going to let it dry again. Okay, so we're starting to kind of get that shadow effect right up through the center of our peach. That's what we're wanting. So just know that that's what we're going for. Okay, let me see. Hang on a second. All right. One more little drop of color right there. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get our leaf done. All right. How's everybody doing? Can somebody give me a comment so I know I'm still getting comments, because I'm not seeing anything come through. So I want to make sure that everybody's getting what they need from the tutorial, because I know I've been having internet issues today. So somebody comment hello or something. Give me a little bit of feedback. I need some. We're just going to put this grass green in here. And we're going to clean our brush, and then we're just going to drag it down with clear water. Okay, I'm getting nothing, guys. I don't know. I hope that y'all are getting the tutorial. I can't tell. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have our leaf now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go in with the green right here with our detail brush. But first I'm going to take some clear water and I'm going to do the entire stem with clear water, okay? Because what I want to happen is I want the green that I'm going to put right here to blend into that stem. And I want the brown that I'm going to take and put in the stem to blend into that green to kind of make them look like they're joining together. I don't want it to be, I want it to blend, not just be a weird, you know, straight line of stem and then leaf. So we want these to blend together. Like that. Okay. All right, good. Okay. Let's go ahead and spread this kind of out. And then we will take that pink and just kind of go right up underneath where this is and kind of join that together so that we have this connection spot on the peach. Going to be a little bit darker than the rest of the peach where it goes in. One more time. And then I'm going to take that brown. Take the brown, drop it in, and have it mix with that pink a little bit. So we've got our green go into the brown and our brown go into the pink. Okay. I always have trouble connecting stems to the fruit. So you just kind of have to play around with it until you get it where you want it to be. Looks good. All right. Okay, there we are. Very good. I have 0 comments coming through, so my connection is not giving me any feedback from you guys, so I'm just gonna keep going and assume that you guys are getting it, hopefully. All right, with the green, we're gonna drop in some clear water now, and we're gonna put some shadows in our leaf. So go ahead and add water on top of what you've already got. Okay. And take your detail brush and go in with a darker green and go right down the center like you're drawing veins. It's going to spread, and that's okay. That's what we want it to do. And we want it to go up and this way. And it's okay that those don't look like veins. We just want those spots of color to be there so that when we add the veins, it'll kind of give it some shadows. Okay. Go ahead and add some of this darker green right here to the base also. So it kind of spreads that direction. Okay. All right, I'm gonna dry that. All right, now I'm going to go right along the edge of my leaf right here. Now that it's dry, and just kind of give that, just clean that up with some green. And now we'll go in with our veins. And then take some clear water and kind of smooth over that, just so that it's not so harsh. Just blend it with clear water. And you have to be patient when you're doing this. You got to really just give it time for that water to penetrate that dry pigment so that it can smooth it out. So just keep going over it until it gets to where you want it to be. All right, that looks good. All right, time to do the eyes. We'll do some stippling on this in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes first. We're going to need our gel pens to do this. All right, so let me put those up for you guys. I'm going to be using the Lango gel pens today because they have the smaller tip. So I prefer that much smaller 0.7 to do this overlay. Plus the Lango have the upgraded ink, so they have a better layering capacity. And they layer over the top of each other really well. And so that is what we're going to need for this, is for them to layer well. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw out the eyes. And that is going to be, we're going to have an eye right here. And we're going to have an eye right here. We're going to have eyebrows. And we're going to have a mouth right here. Okay, So that's how it's going to be laid out from a face standpoint. Now I'm going to pull my black, my white, and my blue. Let's see, here's the black. Okay. We're going to pull out I don't know where my white is. Oh, here's my white. And then I'm going to pull the blue. I'm going to use this bright blue. Oh, all of a sudden comments are coming through. Oh no. Oh, Stacy Lee, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hate that. It happens though, unfortunately. All right, so we are going to, because we have chickens too, chickens and ducks. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the eyes. So we're going to go ahead and outline our eyes first with our pen. Okay. And then we're going to make our center of our eye. And we're going to color that in. And these Lango pens are super, super juicy. So you won't have any problem layering these over the top of watercolor, and you won't have any problem with them skipping or having like streaks in them. They're really, really good for laying, for stacking and layering. They have an upgraded ink in them to do that. So, and it's acrylic paint, so you don't have to worry about that, but you do have to worry about it drying. So you want to make sure it's dry before you try to layer them. If you layer them while they're wet, it will not work. It's the same as acrylic paint. If you layer acrylic paint on top of wet paint, it's going to blend. It's not going to layer. All right. If you want it to layer, you have to make it sure it's dry first. All right. So always check it to make sure it's dry, and then we'll layer the next layer. So next we're going to use this blue for the bottom part of the eye, or the colored part. We're just going to go right up underneath here. Gotta make sure this is writing. Okay, just like this. And also over here. Okay, we're going to make sure that's dry. And once we get that dry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with my black, and I'm going to kind of just outline so we get the points of the way that the eye is supposed to look. Like the edges of the eye. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the white, and we're going to fill in the white areas. Oh, I got to get it going. I always have to scribble with these first. I do tend to get dried acrylic paint on them. So we're going to fill in this white section. And again, we're going to let that dry. Thank you for the likes. I love them, Stacy Lee. Yes, they are waterproof. They're acrylic paint. So they're as waterproof as paint is. All right, so now I'm going to go back over this white area and make sure we have that shape. Of our eyes. Just like that. That's why I like these. They layer really well. Go ahead and dry, and then we'll put in the eyelashes and the white dot in the middle of the eye that we want to be there, all of that. All right, so let's go ahead and do our little eyelashes. Gotta love it when the eyelashes go on. That's what really gets it. That sweet, cute, funny personality. Then let's do these eyelashes. Good, 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 good. Okay, now we're going to want to go in with the pink for the cheeks. So let's go ahead and grab our detail brush, and we're going to dip into some water, and we're going to give ourselves just these little round circles of clear water right up underneath the eyes where we want those cheeks to be. And we're going to add that pink and let it dry. Okay. Same thing over here. We're going to give it just a little bit of water. And then we're going to add in the pink for the cheeks. And we're going to let that dry. Okay, so let's let that dry. And then we will go in and add some little freckles on our cheeks. We want to give some highlights right along here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my white pen to bring out the highlights of that area that goes down the middle. And then we're also going to do, some dots along the edges right here and here. Just do some stippling to kind of give it a little bit of that texture. And a little bit there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take our Golden Maple little teeny tiny detail brush. For those gel pens better than the other retractable gel pens? No, Stacy Lee. These are a smaller tip. This is the reason that I'm using these. I would use the ZSCM gel pens if I needed a larger tip. The difference is the tip. Both of these pens are amazing, and I love them both, but for different reasons. I need this small tip for when I'm doing little detail work. I need these when I'm doing larger work. So I don't have a preference over these two. I like them both the same, but I like them for different reasons. Okay, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to go ahead and go in here and start adding in some of this stippling in that white area that we just did. I'm making it very teeny tiny. Okay. Same thing up here in this area. I have the 90 count, Stacy Lee. Okay, and then we're going to go in right here at the bottom, at the base. Just like that. Okay. Now let's take our small brushes, our light brushes or light pencils. Hang on, let me find the yellow that I'm looking for. I want this very light yellow. And I need to sharpen it though. Okay, we're going to go very light right through here, just along this line. To kind of give it a little bit of a shadow on our highlight. And then we're going to do the same thing with a pink. Let me see if I can find a pink. Let's see. I think I want to use this one. Yep. Hey, Rain. How are you? Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go right along here to kind of line this up and shadow in right there. And I'm kind of going over the top of the white just to kind of lighten up that white so it's not quite as bright. And then I'm blending into the pink with this yellow. So you can kind of see it's kind of darkening it out this direction. So on the right side, it's a little darker than the left, so that you've got the illusion that it's rounded there a little bit more. Okay. So you kind of see how that, now we have that shadow going along there. And that's what we wanted, to kind of give it the illusion of being rounded. And now I'm going to take that, a dark pink, and I'm going to just darken up right through here. Just a little bit, not a lot. And then right up here. And this is just to kind of give it a little bit of depth, guys. You don't have to. We could have left it the way that it was, but adding this colored pencil in just gives it a teeny tiny bit of depth that it didn't have previously. And you can blend that dark stuff out with this lighter pink if you want to, so that it doesn't look too penciled in. And there we have it, guys. Now let's put some ground on him. All right, so let's take the detail brush, or not the detail brush, but the number 1 brush. Is this the number 1? No, this is the number 3. Take the number 3 and let's add in some water and then some ground. Okay, and I'm going to dry this, and then we'll use our pencils to shadow it. All right, we want to use our browns to give this kind of a shadow. So we're going to go with a dark, like espresso coffee color. That's black. I don't want that. Coffee. All right, here's a dark brown. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go right up underneath here with this dark brown. We're going heavy pressure, and we're just kind of outlining that area. Okay. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the next darkest color. Yeah, which is going to be this reddish brown. And we're going to go over the top of that, and we're going to make it just a little bit further out and a little bit further down. And we'll take our next color, same thing, over the top. This time we'll go all the way out to our edges. And then we will go in with a much lighter brown. And then we will go in with almost a sandy color. Let's see if I can find a good one. I'm going to go with, this is like an ochre, like a yellow ochre. We'll go in with the rest. Heavy pressure. Be sure you go over the top of the dark that we did at the beginning. And so now you can see we kind of have a shadow up underneath that a little bit. Okay. And then let's splatter it. We're going to splatter it with some blue. No, we're going to splatter it with some pink. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to call it done. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to peel. Oh, actually, I'm going to dry it first. And now we will peel. And this is the last one in this series. Thank you to Life of Christ. I appreciate it. So this is the final one in the fruit series that we've been doing. Let me see. Where are the rest of them? What did I do with them? I moved them out of the way because I didn't want them to get wet. I might have stuck them in the drawer. Stuck them in here. Well, darn, y'all. I don't know what I did with them. Oh, here they are. Okay. So, this was the peach. This is the one y'all requested. Y'all wanted a peach. We did the strawberry. We did the cherries. We did the watermelon. We did the pineapple. We did the blueberry. And we did the orange. I want to know in the comments which one is your favorite. All right. Which one is your favorite out of this series that we did? Here's the peach. We did the orange and the strawberry, the blueberry, pineapple, and watermelon and cherry. So there it is, the entire series. If you missed any of these, you can catch the replays on my Tube of You. They are all there. So if you guys are looking to do the replays for this series, that's where you can find them. And aren't they precious? I love them. Yep, they turned out really good. I agree with you, Life of Christ. So if anybody has any questions about any of the things that we did today, as far as the products that I used or anything, any of the techniques that we used, anything that you have questions about, let me know and I'll be happy to answer you. I think that they turned out really nice, this whole series, so I'm excited for it. I need to sign the last one. And I need to find my waterproof pen to do that. And we will sign it. And that completes this series. Hopefully you guys loved it. I don't know what we're going to do next, but I'm going to come up with something. Oh, the blueberry. Yep, I like the blueberry too. I think the blueberry and the orange are my two faves. Although I like the peach. I think the peach turned out really well. I wasn't sure that it was going to turn out because I was worried about that little hump area there. But I did manage to pull that off. I always worry. I doubt myself sometimes when it comes to creating some of these shadows that I'm not sure about. But I think it came out good. I do. I'm very pleased with it. Okay, so that completes the fruit series. Stacy Lee, you want to see the main picture? Yeah, let me get it for you. here it is. If you want to screenshot it, you are more than welcome to do that. And that way you have it for later. All as usual, I did get a bag of cherries to eat after the last one. That's hilarious. I love that, Rain. That's so funny. So here it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. That completes our fruit series, guys. I hope you guys had a good time today and enjoyed everything. If you have any questions, fruit series, guys. I hope you guys had a good time today and enjoyed everything. If you have any questions, if you missed the series that, or if you missed the Mother's Day project that was on the hymnal page, that one is up there as well. And I wish I had been able to show it to you. I got it in one of those floating frames for her, and it turned out beautiful. I'm going to post it on my TikTok story today for you guys. So if you guys did not see the final result with the frame, I'm going to post it on my story today on TikTok. So be sure you go and look at my story. That's where I post like all my personal stuff. Like if you guys are wanting to see what's going on in my life outside of art, or also some of the art projects that I'm doing on commission and things like that, that's all in my stories on TikTok. I don't always do videos about that. That's just basically for you guys that, follow me daily and kind of want to know those things. So if you want to see the Mother's Day project that we did with the hymnal page and you want to see it with the frame, I will be posting it on my story today for you guys. All right. Hopefully everyone has had a wonderful Monday morning, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning around the same time, about 11ish, and we will do another tutorial. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but by tomorrow I will. So it'll be a surprise for everybody. All right. I hope that you guys enjoyed today. And I will see you guys, y'all, tomorrow at around 11ish for our daily tutorial. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll